over, here are what to expect in the first quarterfinal matches on Monday. Ajekigbe Mercy squares up to Ogunneye Ayomide on the topic, Nigeria must embrace genetically modified food to attain food sufficiency. At 5 o'clock, Abolaji Mufida and Adio Afolarin go head-to-head on the topic, citizens should be allowed to bear arms. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me on Monday at 4 o'clock to catch all the action. I Beg to Differ Season 7. 32 debaters, now 8. One winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by May Brands, supported by Obiwizi and Just Food. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
32 debaters entered into Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Season 7. They battled, they wrestled, warring and sparring. And so they fought to make it to the quarterfinals. And while 24 couldn't get here, 8 did. And that number will thin further to accommodate only 4 semi-finalists. And we're about to find out who the first 2 semi-finalists will be today. So welcome to the quarterfinals of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Tournament Season 7. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Special thanks to our back-end staff, starting with Sheriff Quadri, who produces, alongside Yvonne Okhaifo, and of course, all our guys in the newsroom and content and digital team, especially Tunde Abdul Salam and Ken and Olamide and all those lads. Well done for all you do. I'm glad to be here, and so is my partner and my sister from another mother. I get to call her Yvonne Okhaifo. How are you doing, Yvonne?
I'm very well, Femi. Thank you so much. Yeah. Lagos, welcome here. Welcome to the quarterfinals of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. You do not want to miss the live streams. Also, like and share so that others can join the live streams. Special thanks to our sponsor for this season, May Brands, who specialize in luxury watches and fashion accessories. Our partners for this tournament are Obiwizi and Just Food. Obiwizi is where you can get your gadgets, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for newer models, while Just Food makes Just Delight non-dairy ice cream.
Righty. The winner of I Beg to Differ Students Debate Season 7 will receive 1 million naira. In addition, he or she will get a GL G10 Pro tablet, a Green Lion folding laptop stand, a Green Lion 3-in-1 combo, a GP Pro gaming console, and a GL Pocket power bank. Second place finisher will receive 500,000 naira. In addition, a GL G10 Pro tablet, a Green Lion 3-in-1 combo, a GL Champion mini speaker, and a mini handheld fan. The third place finisher will walk away with 250,000 naira, Green Lion Airbuds Pro, a Green Lion Smartwatch Ultra SE, a GL Champion mini speaker, and a mini handheld fan. All gadgets courtesy of Obiwizi.
That's right. For sponsorship and partnership, if you'd like to join May Brands, Obiwizi, and Just Food, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. Before you meet the contestants for this round, let's reintroduce the judges to you. We have our chief judge, Dr. Chikembe Adichie, who is the head of Department of Communication, Media and Cultural Studies at Pan Atlantic University here in Lagos. We also have Isioma Araine, who is the head of Legal and Administration for AIM Group. We then have Amabasi Ekove, who is the program officer at Budget Foundation. And Ufoma Egbamono is the news manager for Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Nigeria Info. It is now time to meet the contestants. Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola is 14 years old, a student of Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu. She's in SS2. You first met her in the playoff when she debated with Akuna Divine on the topic, sex education should be mandatory in schools. And then for the round of 16, she argued that state policing will curb insecurity. And for that round, she beats Casimir Cristobal. Her opponent is Ogunneye Ayomide, who is 16 years old, a student of Ikorodu Senior High School. He is in SS3. You met him in the playoffs when he debated the topic and beat his opponent, Akinyode Deborah. Parents are as guilty as their children who have committed crimes. And then in the round of 16, he went unopposed as his opponent was a no-show. But then the topic was the death sentence should be abolished from our criminal justice system.
Interesting. Now you've met them. Let's remind both of them and the rest of you, contestants, and of course, importantly, our listeners, of the rules. Each of you debaters will get 3 rounds of debate.
That's right.
As the presentation round, the rebuttal round, and closing round. As is our custom, pay attention to your rebuttal rounds. Take note during the presentation rounds and get ready to rebut, to tear your opponent's points apart. If for any reason you have more time than necessary after your rebuttals, you can seize the opportunity to make additional points of your own, especially if the points are original and, of course, they have quality. Remember that the judges will award you points based on those parameters: the number, the quality, and the originality of every unique point you make. The judges will also judge your style based on the clarity of thought and eloquence of presentation. If after the 3 rounds you are tied, it rarely happens, but it is a possibility, then you will engage in a tiebreaker round. And for that round, you will switch sides. You'll have 5 minutes each to argue the position previously argued by your opponent, and that will be that.
That's right. Last week, these kids got to know the sides that they would debate. So we're about to find out what sides they are debating. We'll start with the lady. What side are you debating?
Supporting.
You are supporting the motion.
I'm opposing the motion.
You are opposing the motion. The motion is that Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. Ogunneye Ayomide will say no, and Ajekigbe Mercy will say yes. We will take a very short break, Lagos, and when we come back, you will hear the opening rounds. This is I Beg to Differ 7. We are in the quarterfinals. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams, like and share.
Now that the round of 16 is over, here are what to expect in the first quarterfinal matches on Monday. Ajekigbe Mercy squares up to Ogunneye Ayomide on the topic, Nigeria must embrace genetically modified food to attain food sufficiency. At 5 o'clock, Abolaji Mufida and Adio Afolarin go head-to-head on the topic, citizens should be allowed to bear arms. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me on Monday at 4 o'clock to catch all the action. I Beg to Differ Season 7. Debaters now 8, 1 winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by May Brands, supported by Obiwizi and Just Food. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Welcome to the debate proper. This is between 14-year-old Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, SS2 student of Inglewood Academy, a Greek Ikorodu, and 16-year-old Ogunneye Ayomide, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School. At stake is a place, one of 4 places in the semi-finals.
Indeed. The topic is Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. The motion supporter, Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, gets 3 minutes in this round to lay her argument. Your 3 minutes start now.
My dear honorable audience and moderators, please allow me to bring this under your lead of notice that Nigeria is facing the dual challenge of feeding its rapidly growing population and mitigating the impacts of climate change on agriculture today. Embracing genetically modified foods isn't just an option, but it's an imperative step towards ensuring food sufficiency, resilience, and prosperity for generations to come. Moderators, distinguished panel of judges, accurate keeper, honorable contender, ever attentive listeners, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola from Inglewood Academy, and I am here to support the motion that Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. To begin with, increases crop yield. According to a study published in the Journal of Crop Improvement, genetically modified crops have been shown to increase yields by an average of 22% globally. Secondly, drought tolerance. Genetically modified crops that are engineered to be drought tolerant, such as drought resistance made varieties, can thrive in Nigeria's increasing arid regions. Furthermore, pest resistance. Genetically modified crops that are engineered to resist pests can significantly reduce crop losses. Furthermore, in addition, weed management. Herbicide-tolerant genetically modified crops can allow for more effective weed controls, leading to higher yields. The Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that herbicide-tolerant genetically modified crops can increase yield by 5 to 24%. Leading to my next point, reduce food waste. Genetically modified crops with improved shelf life and resistance to spoilage can help reduce post-harvest losses, which currently accounts for up to 40% of the food produced in Nigeria, according to the World Bank. Also, nutritional enhancement. Golden rice, a genetically modified rice fortified with vitamin A, could address Nigerians' widespread vitamin A deficiency. According to the World Health Organization, vitamin A deficiency affects approximately 30% of Nigerian children at the age of 5. Undoubtedly, economic empowerment. The adoption of genetically modified crops can boost farmers' income by increasing productivity and by increasing yields and reducing production costs. Moreover, environmental benefit. Genetically modified crops that are engineered for reduced tillage can help conserve soil moisture and prevent erosion. You must know that genetically modified foods undergo rigorous safety assessments before commercializations. Regulatory bodies such as Nigeria's National Biosafety Management Agency ensures that only safe and approved genetically modified crops are planted, minimizing the potential risks to human health and the environment. Leading to my next point, climate resilience. Climate change is exacerbating agricultural problems in Nigeria. However, genetically modified crops that are engineered for climate resilience can offer promising solution and mitigate this impact and ensure food sufficiency. Nevertheless, smallholder adoption. Genetically modified crops are not limited to large-scale commercial farms only. Smallholder farmers can also benefit from adopting this technology. Lastly, improved livelihood. The adoption of genetically modified crops can contribute to poverty alleviation by increasing productivity and farmers' income. According to a study shows that the adoption of genetically modified crops in India has led to 50% reduction in poverty rate. In conclusion, in Nigeria today, where millions go up. Thank you.
You'll get the opportunity to add what you had intended as a conclusion as we progress.
Ogunneye Ayomide is the motion opposer. The motion remains Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. Lagos, we are streaming live on Facebook. Join the live streams now. Like and share. Ogunneye, you have 3 minutes to lay your argument, and your 3 minutes start
Adopting genetically modified food in Nigeria poses health risks to our environment, our health, and even our future. Why can't we not make the right decision by prioritizing the health of our people and the planet? On that note, good day. My name is Ayomide Ogunneye. I'm here to oppose the motion, which is Nigeria must adopt genetically modified food to attain food sufficiency. To begin with, environmental risks. Genetically modified food poses risks on the environment, such as increase in herbicide use, environmental degradation, loss of soil diversity, thereby raising concern about the impact of environmental health and diversity. According to research made by National Institute of Justice, a research made by some student university of Ibadan has found that the adoption of genetically modified food in Nigeria has led to an increase in herbicide use, such as glyphosate, by 31% between 2019 and 2017, thereby raising concern about the environmental impact on soil and biodiversity. Besides that, threats to organic farming. Genetically modified food compromises the integrity of organic farming sector in Nigeria, limiting the availability of organic food crops and diminishing consumer choices to have access to sustainable food development in our country. According to the National Organic Agricultural Network, has expressed concern that genetically modified food has contaminated organic food crops in Nigeria, thereby exacerbating the inequality in the agricultural sector. And to my point, loss of biodiversity. The adoption of genetically modified food has actually leads to reduction in soil diversity as large-scale monocultural farmers become more prevalent, thereby increasing the vulnerability of agriculture to pests and diseases, thereby decreasing the rate of food sufficiency and availability in our country. According to a study published in the Journal of Agriculture, Ecosystem and Environment, has expressed that the wide cultivation of genetically modified food in Nigeria has led to a reduction in plant biodiversity within the agricultural landscape. In addition to my point, economic dependency. Genetically modified food can actually lead to economic dependency, in which that large-scale monoculture farmers or smallholder farmers rely heavily on multinational seed companies to access genetically modified seeds and technology, thereby exploiting small-scale farmers and exacerbating the inequality in the agricultural sector. According to research by Nigeria Bioscience Management Agency, has found that smallholder farmers in Nigeria find it difficult to access genetically modified seed due to the high cost and dependency of these multinational seed companies, thereby decreasing the growth of organic food sector in our country. In addition to my point, health risks. Genetically modified can actually lead to health risks and cause development of diseases that are actually immune to antibiotic system, thereby causing a great negative effect to the human body. According to a research made by North Data American Data, has found that eating genetically modified food can lead to obesity, cervical and breast cancer, digestion disorder, thereby potentially increasing the rate of carcinogenic substances in our body. In addition to my point, ecosystem disruptions. Genetically modified food has disrupted the ecosystem and ecology balances in Nigeria, thereby leading to soil degradation and loss of biodiversity. And that also reduced ecological services that are essential for sustainable food development and overall food sufficiency in our country. Furthermore, market monopolization. Adoption of genetically modified food has actually led to market monopolization by a few multinational seed companies, limiting seed choices for farmers, thereby speeding up the price of food and decreasing the rate of food availability in our country. According to a survey to Alliance Food Culture in Africa, has expressed concern that genetically modified food has actually dominated multinational seed company providing genetically modified seed has dominated. Thank you.
What a round.
Interesting, and these kids look like they're ready to go on and on and
That's
on.
right.
So get ready for a debate and a half today. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll see Ayomide and, of course, Messi go into the rebuttal round. Stick around, Lagos. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to turn up the heat this season on I Beg to Differ. For a moment, let us focus on Maybrands Nigeria. Maybrands is not just about watches. It is a fashion accessory store that celebrates your authenticity with elegance and timeless charm. Do you know that Maybrands Nigeria is the official Fossil watch store in Nigeria? As a recognized retailer of Fossil Group in Nigeria, we are officially authorized to carry the international brands such as Fossil, Michael Kors, Skagen, Emporio Armani, Armani Exchange, Diesel, and Casio. Each piece is not just a watch or an accessory, but a statement reflecting your unique taste. Maybrands Nigeria is easily accessible to you and your loved ones with 12 stores across Nigeria, including locations in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Uyo, and Delta. Whether you are treating yourself or searching for the perfect gift for that special person, Maybrands Nigeria is your destination for exquisite watches, bags, and accessories for male and female. Simply visit any Maybrands store or shop on our website at www.maybrands.com.ng. Send us a DM on all socials at May Brands Nigeria or call us at 0816 387 6153. Take that again, 0816 387 6153 today. Let us be your plug for that special moment. Now, if you're a listener on the I Beg to Differ competition, then visit any of the outlets or the website and use the coupon code I Beg to Differ to get a 5% discount off all your purchases. Offer is valid till the 7th of March 2024.
Welcome back, Lagos. We had a firebrand opening round, presentation round between Eyitola, Messi, Eyitola, that's Ajekigbe, Messi, Eyitola. Where did I get Eyitola from? And, of course, Ogunneye, Ayomide. It's time for the rebuttal round.
That's right, Femi.
And we were really impressed as to the quality put forth by these two young individuals. And we cannot wait to see how far they can go.
Indeed. For this round, we will begin with the motion opposer, Ogunneye Ayomide, 16 years old, a student of Ikorodu Senior High School. He's in SS3. The motion is Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams to see these youngsters go head to head. Ayomide, you have 3 minutes now to rebut your opponent's points. Those 3 minutes start now.
Good evening, moderation. My name is Ayomide Ogunneye. I am my rebuttal. My opponent mentioned that genetically modified foods actually increase crop yield in our country. I totally disagree with you because according to research made by National Institute of Health and Food Science, has found that genetically modified foods naturally increase yield most of the time. It actually decreases yield of crops in the country. For example, the genetically modified maize adopted in South Africa has not actually increased compared to its conventional crops. The fact that you said drought tolerance, that genetically modified actually led to drought tolerance, actually I disagree with you because a research made by National Institute of Health and Crop Science has found that genetically modified drought tolerance crops has not actually increased it most of the time, because most of the time this drought tolerance is based on the environment where they plant these crops or crop production, or the soil diversity of these crops that actually enhance the crops of these genetically modified food. In addition to your point, you said smallholder adoption, that genetically modified actually enhance smallholder adoption. I disagree with you because a research made by the Health Institute in India has found that genetically modified actually led to a great indebtedness to smallholders farmers due to the increase in genetically modified seeds and technology fees in their country. In addition to my point, you said it has improved livelihood of farmers. Actually, I disagree with you because genetically modified food definitely favors large-scale monoculture farmers, unlike the smallholders, because most of the time these smallholder farmers in our country do not actually have this money to get access to genetically modified seed or seed technologies, thereby exacerbating the inequalities in the agricultural sector, because most of this time large-scale monoculture farmers actually have an upper hand than smallholders in our country. Also, to my point, you said that actually reduce food wastage. According to agribusiness social science, United States of America actually found that the adoption of genetically modified food in the United States of America has not actually reduced food wastage. Food wastage still remains as it is. Are you telling them that because I've actually adopted a scientific method in food agriculture sector to actually reduce food wastage? Food wastage has actually reduced at it, and it's actually over 57% since then. In addition, you also said genetically modified food that actually leads to pest resistance. I totally disagree with you because most of the time, the genetically modified food will actually make use of herbicide, and the rate of herbicide keeps increasing day by day. Just imagine in Nigeria, we actually use over 37% of herbicide, and this actually make pests to be resistant to most of these things, thereby increasing secondary pest explosion in the agricultural sector. In addition to your point, you said economic empowerment, that genetically modified that actually enhance economic empowerment among farmers. I totally disagree with you because most of this time it has not empowered these farmers, because most of the time instead of the government to invest in agricultural business or sustainable agricultural practices, or even invest in smallholder farmers in our country, rather not, they will actually invest in this adoption of genetically modified seeds and technologies associated with it, thereby depreciating the economic empowerment in our country. You also said nutritional enhancement. I totally disagree with you because most of this time genetically modified food do not actually lead to nutritional enhancement. It actually have this unintended trait to alter the taste and the texture of these food crops. For example, genetically modified tomatoes in the United States of America actually have an altered taste in the States. Thank you.
Okay, straight to the motion supporter. Ajekigbe Mercy, we now go to rebut her opponent's points. Mercy, you have 3 minutes and your 3 minutes start now.
Thank you, moderators. I will start by saying that genetically modified crops do not only increase yields, but they also promote efficient land use and conservation for farmers. In the Nigeria of today, where farmers and elders clash with often, genetically modified foods is the remedy. Well, now to my opponent's point. Firstly, you said it poses a risk to the environment and increases herbicides. However, I totally disagree with that, and it's quite illogical. Why? Let's look at this logically. When a plant is designed to be resistant to herbicide, that means the farmer uses less herbicide on that plant because the plant itself is resistant to herbicide, which means less chemicals is going into the soil and water, which is actually better for the environment, rather than reducing the soil diversity. It actually increases the soil nutrients. Secondly, you said contaminate organic plants. That is not true, because there are regulations that is going to guide it. And also, besides, farmers are going to use buffer zones to separate the non-GMO crops and GMO crops. And besides, some GMO crops designed to be terminator plants, which means they cannot cross-pollinate with other plants, with other non-GMO plants. In addition, you said smallholder farmers find it difficult because of the high cost. You may not know, but there is something called agricultural credit scheme by non-governmental organizations and even governmental organizations where farmers can take a loan and buy these things. And besides, they are open source genetically modified crops, which means that farmers do not need money to pay for a license. They don't need money to pay for a license. And this open source genetically modified crops is the best for smallholder farmers. In addition, you said it causes health risks and are immune to antibiotics. This is not based on people's fear of trying new things. There is no credible scientific research that is actually results to health risks. In fact, there are lots of scientific research that says that it is safe for human consumption, and it actually improves the health. For instance, the golden rice, like I said before, a genetically modified rice is fortified with vitamin A and could address the vitamin A deficiency around the world. Also, you said it's leading to pest and diseases outbreak. Like I said before, since the plant is resistant to pests and diseases, it cannot lead to pest and disease outbreak because they're already resistant to it. And if some pests are growing and if some pests are resilient to it, then research is being carried out now to enhance and develop an effective genetically modified crop. You also said that it may become immune to antibiotic. There is no credible scientific evidence that shows that it's actually immune to antibiotic. And besides, if it does happen, the chance of it happening is very slight. And if it does happen, the World Health Organization and other organizations have regulations to put in place. Having rebutted all my opponent's points, I would like to add in some of my points. Global adoption, genetically modified foods. The Nigeria's adoption of genetically modified food would allow the country to benefit from shared knowledge. Thank you.
All right. So rebuttal rounds done between these two brilliant debaters.
That's right. This is going to be tough. And I most certainly do not envy the judges. Happy that I'm no longer a judge and I beg to differ.
Well, you can be sure there's a whole lot more where all that came from.
Indeed.
And we're about to find out when we return. It will be time for the closing argument.
That's right. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams, like and share. I beg to differ, Nigeria Info.
We'll be back.
Lagos. If you've been thinking about getting a gadget upgrade, then you'll be interested in the info I'm about to give you, especially if you're trying not to break the bank in getting a brand new one. And the part that gets me is that their gadgets come with a warranty. Yes, I'm not joking, Lagos. Pre-owned gadgets with a warranty. Let me introduce you to Obiwizi, Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets with a warranty. Yes, here you can purchase all your favorite gadgets and quality quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices to get a newer model in a simple and convenient way. To crown it all, when you decide to sell off your device to meet that important cash obligation, Obiwizi is your guy. They've got you any day, anytime. So what are you waiting for? You can call 0813-943-5241. 0813-943-5241. For more updates, you can also follow their social media platforms on Instagram at ObiWeezyCare. That is in small letters OBIWEZYCARE, or on X at ObiWeezy. That is in small letters OBIWEZY. And they will definitely respond to your emails if you send them a message at info@obiweezy.com. That is info@obiweezy.com. With convenient offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Bini, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. Visit www.obiwizi.com today. That is www.obiwizi.com today, and upgrade your gadgets the easy way.
Welcome back. This is I Beg to Differ Students Debate Season 7. And on the hot seat are the young minds of Ajekigbe, Messi, Eyitola, and Ogunneye, Ayomide. Messi is a 14-year-old SS2 student of Inglewood Academy Agric Ikorodu. Ayomide, he's a 16-year-old SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School.
That's right, Lagos. We have polls running on Facebook and on YouTube as well as on Twitter. Okay, go and vote for whom you believe will win this round. Now we will go into the closing arguments, Lagos, and we will revert to the motion supporter, Ajekigbe, Mercy, Eyitola. You have 3 minutes now to close your argument, and your 3 minutes start now.
Thank you, moderators. I remain Ajekigbe Ayitola, and I still stand on the fact that Nigeria must adopt genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. To begin with, fostering innovation. The adoption of genetically modified technology can stimulate innovation at the agricultural sector, from the seed development and biotechnology research to farm management practices and food processing. Secondly, consumer choices. Genetically modified crops can offer consumers with additional choices, such as non-browning apples or disease-resistant bananas, which can improve market access and diversify diets. According to a survey by Pew Research Center based in Washington, D.C., 49% of Nigerians support genetically modified foods, indicating the willingness to embrace this technology. In addition, ethical considerations, responsible stewardship and inclusive decision-making process can ensure that the adoption of genetically modified foods prioritize public interest and respects diverse perspectives. Furthermore, economic competitiveness. Embracing genetically modified technology could enhance the country's agricultural competitiveness by enhancing productivity and meeting market demands, leading to economic growth and trade. Leading to my next point, sustainable development. Genetically modified technology could contribute to sustainable agriculture by reducing input and enhancing productivity, leading to long-term food security and environmental stewardship. Moreover, adaptation to changing conditions. Nigeria's agricultural sector must be able to adapt to evolving challenges such as population growth, urbanization, and globalization. Genetically modified crops can offer adaptable solutions that can address specific issues such as disease resistance or nutritional enhancement to meet the demands of a changing world. You must know that the education and outreach efforts are crucial to building public trust and acceptance of genetically modified technology. The transparent communication about the benefits, safety, and regulatory oversight of genetically modified crops can address misconceptions and promote informed decision making. Leading to my next point, scientific consensus. Many scientific organizations such as World Health Organization, American Medical Association has affirmed the safety and benefits of genetically modified crops based on extensive scientific evidence and peer-reviewed research. Undoubtedly, youth engagement. The integration of biotechnology in agriculture can attract young Nigerians to farming by offering innovative solutions and career opportunities in science and technology. Initiatives such as Youth-focused agri-tech incubators and entrepreneurship programs can unearth this potential. Lastly, food security policy. Nigeria's Vision 2020 and the Agricultural Promotion Policy prioritize food security and agricultural development. Everything genetically modified technology can align with this goal and can accelerate progress towards achieving food sufficiency and reducing food hunger. In conclusion, the future of humanity, indeed all life on earth, now depends on us, according to Sir David Attenborough. But with this, I strongly affirm that Nigeria must adopt genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. Thank you.
Right on time, Mercy. Right on time. We now revert to your opponent, Ogunneye Ayomide, who is adjusting his mic and is ready to go. Ayomide, you have 3 minutes now to close your argument. And those 3 minutes start now. Before they do, Lagos, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams, like and share. We also have polls running on Twitter and on YouTube as well as Facebook. Go and vote for your favorite debater. Ayomide, your 3 minutes start now.
My name is Ayomide Ogunneye. I am my closing argument. To begin with, food security concern. Genetically modified food, relying on genetically modified food can only lead to food security risks, which has because of reduction in soil diversity, environmental degradation, thereby exacerbating the existing inequality in the agricultural sector and ultimately undermining the effort to achieve food sufficiency in our country. In addition to my point, potential for allergenicity. Genetically modified food introduce potential allergens into food supply, posing risks on consumer health and safety. According to research by scientists in 1996, the bacteria not retain its allergens after being transferred to genetically modified crops. In addition to my point, increase in herbicide use. Genetically modified can only lead to an increase in herbicide use, such as increase in glyphosate. For example, the European scientists actually found that the genetically modified food has increases glyphosate for about 57%, thereby they actually spent over 570 million pounds on just herbicide alone. In addition to my point on certain regulatory framework, this regulatory framework for the adoption of genetically modified food in Nigeria is not robust enough to ensure the safety and the protection of the citizen, thereby exacerbating the existing inequalities in the agricultural sector and also leading to an inadequate oversight of the cultivation and commercialization of genetically modified crops. In addition to my point, sustainable alternatives. Genetically modified, instead of investing in genetically modified crop, why can't the government not invest in agroecological practices or sustainable agriculture that can enhance food development in our country, thereby serving as a platform to enhance food diversity, crop diversity, food sustainability, and also promote the rate of global competitiveness in the global world. In addition to my point, long-term sustainability. The adoption of genetically modified food will not erode the root causes of poverty, inequality, and hunger, thereby going as far as exacerbating smallholders farmers in our country and also leading to food insecurity in our country. In addition to my point, legal challenges. The adoption of genetically modified crops in Nigeria will actually lead to some kind of legal challenges due to intellectual property rights and patent infringement, thereby diminishing the development of sustainable alternatives for food system in our country. In addition to my point, disruption of the local system. The adoption of genetically modified food can actually lead to disruption of local farming practices and erode our natural agroecological practices. According to a research made by IAASTD, has found that genetically modified crops actually erode our indigenous and local knowledge of agricultural farming practices in our country. Besides that, potential social resistance. Genetically modified crops actually have some kind of social resistance. According to a Pew Research Center, has found that 57% of Americans has generally confirmed that genetically modified food are generally unsafe to eat. In addition to my point, socio-economic implication. Genetically modified crops favors the large-scale monoculture farmers over the smallholder farmers, thereby exacerbating the existing inequalities in the agricultural sector. Besides that, potential for gene flow. The adoption of genetically modified crops can leads to cross-pollination of wild species, thereby exacerbating soil diversity and loss of biodiversity, thereby promoting environmental degradation in our country. Now, just my point, genetically modified crops should not be adopted in our agricultural to attain food sufficiency because a research by food. Thank you.
And so, finally, it comes to an end. And we have been the proud witnesses of these debates. Feisty, fiery, rough around the edges, but inspiring nonetheless.
That's right. I must commend the improvement of these young stars. Ajekigbe, Mercy, you seem to have come out of your shell. You are more confident. You sounded more confident in this debate. I must say kudos to you, especially because this is your first debate. Ayomide is a veteran already. He knows how it's run. He said no. But this has been quite the matchup. Now it is up to the judges to determine who advances. Remember, we have polls running on Facebook, on X, and on YouTube. We're also streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info, I beg to differ. We're streaming live on YouTube as well, Nigeria Info, I beg to differ, Lagos. This has truly, truly been a match. This is I beg to differ season 7. We'll take a short break and then come back.
Back at you with some news that you can use. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are out there and you are a fan of the sweet things, I'm talking ice cream, but you know that you are lactose intolerant. Indeed, more than 70% of, people who are black have been said to be lactose intolerant. So I am likely talking to somebody who needs the information that I'm dropping on them. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Just the Light non-dairy ice cream. This is Nigeria's first plant-based ice cream suitable for individuals who are lactose intolerant and those who just want to indulge. Yes, this is for you. It is conveniently available at all major supermarkets and stores nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Just Food Limited, Just the Light non-dairy ice cream can be purchased online at www.justfood.ng. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Go out there, get yourself a piece of this sweetness, and welcome to the lactose intolerant side of life.
Thank you to all our partners and, of course, our sponsors, May Brand, specializing in luxury watches and fashion accessories, Obi Weezy and Just Food. Obi Weezy for all the gadgets and plenty of the add-ons to the cash prizes these students will take home.
That's right.
Brand new pre-owned gadgets, your plug. And Just Food, makers of Just the Light non-dairy ice cream. Ay, ay, ay.
This has truly been something. Let's see where the judges are at collating these results. Let's see where they are at the moment.
And as the judges collate, as Yvonne had said earlier on, we've seen marked improvement.
That's right.
In both your performances. There's still work to be done, and this is work you cannot completely do or overcome over a month of debate.
That's right.
It's a practice you must continue to put forward and put forth your best effort, especially when it comes to your use of grammar. Misplaced tenses here and there, and we can understand the heat of the moment and the plague of rapid speech,
right.
Time consciousness, and all of that. It messes with the mind, but you do not want grammatical inaccuracies to become an unwanted distraction to the message you're passing across. So you've got to work hard and deal with it. I noticed a few occurrences, but let's find out where the judges are first. And if we have the time, perhaps we'll just look at a couple.
Well, the judges are still collating and dropping their results. Lagos, when we announce the results of the winner of this round, we will go to Facebook, to YouTube as well, and X to announce the results of the polls. So go and vote for your debater, the one you believe should advance to the semi-finals. Remember, there are only 4 slots in the semi-final round. Only 4 debaters can advance to that round. This match will determine who goes first. The judges, of course, are doing their best to determine who deserves to move on to the next round. In my opinion, they both deserve to move on to the next round, but unfortunately, there can only be one person. Unfortunately.
And most certainly, the way these youngsters marshaled out point after point, backed up by research, backed up by data. I don't know what happened. That was a battle to behold.
Indeed.
It'll be interesting to see as we go, as we try to determine who takes the first of 4 sports in the semi-final. Will it be Messi? Will it be Ayomide? Well, it is time to find out.
The judges are still determining that. We have 3 results in at the moment. I believe we can proceed, Femi.
Yes, we can proceed. Even as we proceed, be wary of words, of usage, usage, general grammar, like I'd mentioned earlier. The word is indebtedness. The B is silent in debt.
It's also herbicide, not herbicide. Herbicide, okay?
It's
side, not herbicide.
Herbicide, yes. And to you, Messi, it's not happy. You understand? It's herb. And I had a lot of, has increases when I'm sure what was meant was has increased.
Yes.
So it's like you are torn between saying this happens when this increases or when this has increased. And you get stuck in the middle. You say neither has increased nor do you say increases. So you say has increases. And it was a recurrent theme. It kept coming back. Watch it as you go forward. There's also this place, Ayomide, where you said, why can't the government not? You are saying, when you say, why can't the government not? You can only say, why can't the government do this or do that? Or why can the government not? But you can't say, why can't the government not? Because what you mean is, why cannot the government not? So you are saying the direct opposite of what you meant.
Also, yeah. And one other thing, if you're going to use according to, you do not need to say has found.
Yes.
Do you understand? According to research conducted by blah, 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 blah.
Just here.
Yes, according to research conducted by blah, 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 blah. Go straight to the point. Just say what the research has found. Alternatively, you can say research conducted by blah, 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 blah has found that. Do you understand? So according to research, girls are more likely to be this than boys. Or research conducted by has found that girls are more likely. But you cannot use according to and has found at the same time.
All right.
Right?
Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant.
It is decision time. All the results are in. It is time to find out who advances to the quarterfinals.
This is the most difficult part.
Indeed.
But one that must be done. So into the scorecards we go. I'd like to start with the scorecard of the Chief Judge, Dr. Chike Mbeadiche. For the presentation rounds, Mercy, 24.5 points. Ayomide, 17 points. Rebuttal round. Messi, 12.5 points. Ayomide, 16 points. Closing argument. Messi, 21.5 points. Ayomide, 19 points. Style, Messi 8, Ayomide 7.5 for a total of 60.5 points to Messi and 59.5 to Ayomide.
And now we come to Judge Ama's scorecard, and we see here that she awards 20 points for presentation to Mercy and 17 points for presentation to Ayomide. For rebuttal, 10 points for rebuttal, she awards 10 points to Mercy and 16 points to Ayomide. For closing, she awards 20 points to Mercy and 21 points to Ayomide. For style, you both tie at 8 points apiece, with a total of 58 points for Mercy and 62 points for Ayomide.
And so we will not have a unanimous decision, which is a good thing. All right, it is still within the margins. And I can see that as we speak, Mercy still leads by about 3 points. She leads by 7 from the first scorecard. Ayomide leads by 4 from the second scorecard. The third scorecard, George Ishama Ahaine. Presentation round.
Okay, we've just been told to hold on Judge Ishama's scorecard, but we can move on to Ufoma's scorecard.
All right. So let me go to George Ufoma's scorecard.
Yes, please.
Presentation round. Mercy, 22.5 points. Ayomide, 15 points. Rebuttals. Mercy, 14 points. Ayomide, 20 points. Closing rounds. Mercy, 21 points. Ayomide, 22 points. Style. Mercy, 7.5 points. Ayomide, 5 points. For a total of 65 points to Mercy and 62 points to Ayomide, as Ayomide leads by 2 scorecards to 1.
Indeed. We cannot...
by the way, that's Mercy leading by 2 scorecards to 1.
We cannot at the moment take Judge Ishama's scores because the judges are fine-tuning to ensure that everything is... Okay, that is done now and we can move on. So from Judge Ama's scorecard here, she awards 7 points to Mercy for style and 6 points to Ayomide for style. For presentation, she awards 18 points to Mercy and 16 points to Ayomide. For rebuttal, Mercy is awarded 9 points and Ayomide 10.5 points. For closing, Ayomide gets 11.5 points and Mercy gets 15 points. With a total of, well, hold on a second. The judges are still fine-tuning, making sure that the scores are what they truly are.
Yes. We have the final now.
I'm confirming. Okay. So according to Judge Ishama's scorecard, Mercy gets a total of 49 points.
In the heart of Lagos.
And Ayomide gets a total of 44 points. And on that, we have a clear winner, Femi.
Nigeria.
Yes, we finally have a winner. The grand total in this debate will factor in every single scorecard, and that will include, yes, okay, I had to tarry, it's been done.
That's right.
Final. So the final score, Mercy, 65.5 plus 58 plus 49 plus 65 equals 238.5. Ayomide, 59.5 plus 62 plus 44 plus 62 equals 227.5. Your winner by 3 scorecards to 1. And the first qualifier to the semi-final of I Beg to Differ Students Debate Season 7, Ajekigbe, Mercy, Eyitola. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mercy. You came from the playoffs unopposed, by the way. Your round of 16 wasn't as impressive, but you succeeded in impressing everyone, including the judges here today. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Mom.
Mercy is 14 years old, a student of Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu. She's in SS2. Ayomide, you have come twice. And this has truly been, it hurts to see you go because you cannot come back again.
Yes,
you cannot come back anymore, but you are brilliant. I hope you know that. I hope you do know that you are brilliant.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, let me show you how brilliant you are. So now I am going to the polls on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, on Twitter and on YouTube. I don't know why I keep calling it Twitter. On X and on YouTube. So on X, the audience voted 40.9% voted for Eyitola, Ajekigbe Mercy, and a whopping 59.1% voted for you, Ogunneye Ayomide. That's not all.
Wasn't helpful.
47% voted for Eyitola, and a whopping 53 voted for Ayomide. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that your tickets did not make it. I'm sorry to the audience. Unfortunately, it did not make it. But let's see. Let us know what you think about this. We will take a few messages, perhaps.
Yeah,
Femi.
if we could, as we get set for the next debate, we've gone past the 5 o'clock hour.
Hour indeed. Maybe just 3 minutes or 2
perhaps.
minutes. This message says this is a battle. Breathtaking. From Patrick Abel. This one says, I vote for Mercy. Chooks from Ijesha. I beg to differ. Good evening, Femi and Yvonne. I'm really impressed with Ayomide and Mercy, given the high standards they both brought to the debate this afternoon. They were both reeling out statistics to buttress their points. Argument. Kudos to them. This is 99.3. This is a 99.3 Nigeria Info Classical final. Henry from Malakuk with that one. Wait until you meet the debaters at 5, okay, Henry? Good evening, Femi and Yvonne. The innovation of giving these kids the topic beforehand has yielded a good result today. We couldn't agree more. For me, the two debaters are well informed with information. Both of them deserve to go through. But I will regrettably say, Mercy, thank you for coming through for me. Nigeria Info to the world. Emmanuel from K2. One last message and then we will move on to the next debate. Tunde from Ekpe says, these young debaters are really talented and gifted. I am proud to be part of the listeners, but I observe that picking where to speak, where to debate ahead gives them time to prepare more. Your new method really worked. You are doing a good job, but the judges will be having a tough time today. Indeed, they did.
No doubt.
They did.
It was an 11-point swing.
Indeed.
From 4 judges, just 11 points.
And crossing the 200 mark,
yes,
by the way.
crossing
Femi.
the 200 mark. It's brilliant. At some point, I have not seen at any point in these debates people scoring
Up to 200.
No.
20
in a
for
round,
presentation.
24 points,
Look at
22,
that.
21. Because the points were coming out and you know, we were nodding our heads and like,
I was almost carried away.
There was something in there. But I'm going to say I'm proud of you guys. And Ayomide, you particularly are brilliant throughout. Brilliant. It was always going to be within the fine margins. But you've given a sterling account of yourself.
Ayomide has a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the presentation round,
Yes.
is it a must for all your points to have a statistics? Is it a must? Because I will not be coming back, and of course my junior won't come for this debate. How do they judge presentation round? Because that's actually been a problem for all the contestants as a whole.
Right. So the presentation, and by the way, I should say that you guys do really well in presentation because you come with a lot of facts. You back up your points with facts. The judges award a maximum of 3 marks to 1 point, based on how you are able, based on the uniqueness and originality of that point, and how you are able to buttress that point with facts to back up your claim. Do you understand? Yes.
And because she made more points than me, like in the opening the presentation round, she made more points than I, and I was trying to like give points and statistics, and it's actually like limiting the time for me and something like that. So I was like, how did they judge? Is it a must for me to put fact into my presentation round points, or I should just say so many points as much as I can?
No, you have to. If you're making a point, back it up as much as you can.
But
back it up, but no, it didn't. Back it up as much as you can, and then do not spend too much time dwelling on it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Just go straight to your stats and then move on to the next.
Because
point.
my presentation round, my closing round, I have to remove all the statistics, like everything, and I see it really helped me. Like see 22, 21, 19. Unlike the presentation round. So the closing round, I did not see any statistics. I was just like naming point after point after point. So I want to really know how this thing really works, because I will not be coming back. My junior will be coming back, and
All right, so maybe I can help you out there. Remember, we said the judges will award you points based on the number
of points,
quality, and originality.
And apart from that, one of the judges here has just said that Mercy won because she had more points.
Yeah,
exactly.
at the end of the day.
She had more points.
Yes, she had more points. There was one brilliant debater. I can't remember who sat just where Mercy was
yes,
sitting
and
today.
according to the chief judge, she had more points and stats as well.
Yeah.
So she had more points and she was able to, support her points with statistics, which is again what I am saying. So it's not just about having many points. You can have many points and not back up your points satisfactorily.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I can imagine that you are aiming to get 3 points for every point you drop.
yes.
So what do? You drop the point. You've dropped the point. The judge hears the point, marks it. That's 1 point. Then the judge listens. There are 2 more points you can get. Depending on how you articulate that point, the judge can decide to give you either 1 more or 2 more or nothing more. Do you understand? Now, the risk is that some debaters spend so much time going round and round and round.
I do.
Well,
No, you don't actually.
You didn't.
So here's what one of the judges says, that in his scorecard you actually had 2.5 on some of your points. That's almost 3 points. That's almost the maximum points awarded to 1 point because you backed up. Yes, and then he goes on to say that for Mercy she had 1.5 and 2 on some of his.
Yes.
She had 1.5 marks and 2 on some of her points. But she had more points still.
Yeah, because
you understand?
She made, I think in her presentation she made up to like 12 points.
She had more
statistics.
points still. Yes,
and I was trying to like chip in 8 points with all statistics for those 8 points.
It happens.
But it's fine.
But
we move.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate your effort, and because that little education is not just for Ayo, it's also for other
else.
debaters. So
that's right. I mean, you still have one debater from Ikorodu Senior High School remaining in the competition. We will see how that goes. Lagos, it is time to move on to the next round of debate.
Mercy will wait behind as we determine both the topic and the position of her next debate. Stick around, Lagos. We'll be right back after this.
Now that the round of 16 is over, here are what to expect in the third.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria.